Alright, remember, it's either going to be epic or an epic fail.
We'll see. I'm going to do just a straight backflip.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Man, she's slow.
What are you talking about? That's fast.
Oh, she's rolling.
Holy dude, that's not even, it's not even. Dude, that's not even a quarter. I can't even play with this thing right now. Come on. I need more road.
No, you just need to hit that jump. Like, fizzy. Dude, that thing, you put wings on it, it's flying.
I love to do this like a Walmart parking lot, man.
Woo!
Perfectly dry.
Ooh. Dude, I don't know.
Dude, I can't even get her. I can't get her, man.
Have you just smashed it all the way yet?
No! It'll be out of control if I smash it. See, that's like trying to get 3/4. I just don't have enough road here to get it going.
Whew. You could probably do a standing backflip.
Alright, you gotta set the 0. Oh, damn it! I don't know why I popped back up 29. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't know what the hell just happened. I had it at 0. Either way. Where you going at, lady? Can't really get it. Can't really get it to go straight. Alright, that's 44, and that wasn't even like. We still got more than that. Couldn't even get it all the way, man. Not even all the way. Just curious. Alright, so it's 53, but like I said, I couldn't get it all. These tires are still wet, and it's starting to get a little sideways on me at times. You have to get some nice dry runs when there's no water whatsoever. And no traffic. Plus, I think I gotta figure out I gotta adjust some steering issues with this. Wants to pull. Pulling to the right is not a good thing on speed runs. Either hitting snow. See, I can't even can't even get it all the way. Oh, about to lose my phone. All right, well, we're at 53, and that's not even all the way, man. That's discouraging. I mean, I can't get this thing under control. Probably have to do some fine tuning to the steering on it. Got my knob all the way adjusted, all the way to the left, so that tells me something's definitely not right with my alignment. Well, I don't know if I just caught that on camera or not, but this thing just took a beating. Damn. Yeah, we broke something, man. Shoo-wee. Yeah, I broke something. I don't know what. Besides that body pin I just straightened out. I hit the snowbank floor in this thing. I can get that off right now. I'll get that off later. Damn, straighten that pin right out. So that's easy enough. But it looks like I did break something up here. Huh. This is why I don't mess with 6S vehicles. God damn it, man. I mean, I know she's up around 60, 65 at least right now with the gearing I got it. But I just can't get there. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think I was past 3/4 on any of this just because I can't get the steering straight. Everything else seems good. Alright, get that wheel off and get that back on. I think I'm done with this one for tonight because there's no point. It's too fast. For all the Red Cat naysayers out there that says that these things are not durable, this thing hit, I don't know how it came out in the video, but this thing hit a snowbank on this side. I thought originally it had broke this, or the penny came out, but apparently not, because I took it apart and it was fine. So what I found was just a bent my stub axle. All the pressure I hit that thing, I hit that snow easily. You know, again, the max speed I got this thing up to today was I think 53 or 54 miles an hour. Again, I didn't even get all the trigger on it. It just I mean, you see I'm still wet right now, and this thing's dripping. It's just way too wet to run it and try it. I'm gonna try to get it to dry, but for this thing to hit, I mean, I know it didn't come out. Even if it did come out, it was so far away. I swear to God, this thing hit the embankment and frisbeed like this and sent itself twirling at least 10 times and then landed. And then of course I drove it back to me when I found out my wheel was messed up. But so that's all that happened. These things cost roughly about $4 and some change, a 2-pack. So I mean, my costs are looking at like $2.50 and half of that, so $1.25. You know, everybody else roughly about two and some change is all that broke right there. And again, it didn't even break. I could probably straighten that back out, but I mean, as bad as this thing was, I mean, you can see straighten the pin out. It hit so hard on the wing in that. So again, other than that, a little bit of minor damage on my shock tower. That's expected, but I'm, you know, very pleased with the results of how bad this was. I thought it was going to be a little worse than this, but alright, got the tire fixed. like I said, I lucked out and it wound up only being the axle that was wrong with it. I went ahead and also fixed my steering, because when I took this thing out for its first run in the snow, I noticed it was pulling to the right, so I had adjusted my dial on my remote, but that had only meant to be a temporary fix. And then of course I got the new tires and upgraded it and everything else, and never fixed the steering. So I was having tons of issues yesterday with it pulling, jerking, just really didn't seem balanced, plus all the water and things on the road. And one of the other issues I was having, which you couldn't really tell by the camera shots, but when it got up on top of that hill further away, it was real sensitive, where even where there wasn't road water or anything like that, what was happening is I would tap the reverse to back up, and it would shoot backwards. Like, the command wasn't strong. One of the reasons was because I had the antenna wire kind of laying down with all the other electronics I had in there, because it was a quick build, and that was one of the last things I was really worried about. So I fixed that, so I have my antenna up now, clear as, going to get good signal, so hopefully I won't have any of that again. I did also, which I didn't do on this before, I didn't have my front sway on, so I'm hoping that adds a little bit of stability. So that, with the combination of fixing the steering trim issue, so I actually have it set to 0 and it drives straight now, or at least on my floor it did. So hopefully, the next time you see this thing out on a run, I should be able to get A, past 53, and B, some straight shots. So let me give you a shot at some temporary stuff I got going on here right now. Some of this stuff I did, again, was more for temporary purposes. For example, the battery holder right now, obviously this used to be a 4S, so I had batteries on each side. Well, doing the battery packs the way I got, I had to tape these two together, kind of an offset as well, because I don't want rubbing on the spur gear or anything like that. So basically the batteries, when you put them in, will go like this, almost sit up against the back here, but in the front they don't sit up against the spur. So again, this is a temporary fix. I really don't know. I need to lower this. These are some paint paddles. I need to lower this one set and see if I can't get this to sit down just another notch, because it's rubbing on the body and keeping the body lifted just a little bit in this area. It's not much, but it is. But yeah, this system is probably a little insane. This thing wheelies up on command, a little more than I wanted. I got the monster truck. I didn't really want that with this, but yeah, what do you expect? You're putting a 6S system in it. Trying to figure out the gearing myself. The motor mount doesn't give me much room to play with. I might actually have to chisel a spot out here to make it a little wider to allow me to put a bigger pinion here, possibly. Maybe cut some of that torque out. The stock gearing, I think, for this motor is a 50 tooth and 14 pinion. What I have on here is a 49 or 46 tooth pinion, or spur, with a 19 tooth pinion. So I know the ratio is a little bit different and skewed. The Earthquake in my monster truck build I have the 49 and the 16, which to me is a little bit closer to the gear ratio, but I'm just trying to figure out the gearing. It runs a little hot, not scolding, but I'm being told that should be normal for the most part. Just keep monitoring temperatures. I don't have a temp gun, so I really can't tell exactly what it is, and it hasn't cut off on me, so I don't, I guess I'm assuming it's not a problem until it's a problem. I definitely don't want to blow this motor, but hopefully, there's no issues with it, so I'll keep an eye on that. But for the most part, man, it fits. I got the motor in. I did have to do some modification. Had to cut out a spot for that motor. It was just a little too big for the motor mount to fit properly, so I just had to give it a little bit of room to set down into the chassis a little bit more. And where I cut out the Terramoto motor now is a gap, so depending on if I leave this like this or not, I may replace the pieces that I cut up for the bigger motor. But I'm not sold on leaving it on this yet. I want to get some speed runs. If I'm not at least at 65 on this truck, I'll probably take this system out and put it somewhere else, just because I was already at I think like 58 on the Terramoto 10 motor, or not Terramoto 10, but the Terramoto motor. I was already at 58. So unless I'm taking it up to 65, it's really no point of keeping it
like this, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, man, I mean, she's ready for another run. Got it all back together. Minor damage. It did mess up my shock tower a little bit. But, I mean, it is what it is. If you saw that thing yesterday, just frisbee, it was, you know, it was really cool to watch. I just wish I would have had a camera up there to catch it. I mean, you could barely see it on the video. I was reviewing it, and you could barely see it, but it's there. But you just can't get the full effect of it without seeing it. And, of course, I could see it a little closer than I could with that point of view camera, so... Alright, well, let's get this back together and, you know, see if we can get some more runs, hopefully as soon as this weather dries up. Thanks for watching.